saying is I like to see, I'm running here monthly bottoms. So the Keltner channels are basically, if you're familiar, but if you're not, like Bollinger Bands, right? Bollinger Bands use standard deviations to kind of get the idea. If you're the idea behind Bollinger Bands is if you're in the middle, the mean is the center line, right? Usually on EMA. Then the standard deviations, the top lines and the bottom lines. Well, in Keltner channels, you use average true range, and what that means is based on certain period of time, how far did the stock deviate before, and how is it responding now? Meaning, can it break through the true range? And I'll show you guys the clouds for newer guys. They really work well in figuring out the tops and bottoms. And you can ask the people that have been here. When we do these searches, we find some gems in terms of stocks and buying opportunities for longer hold, especially if it's like on the monthly bottom, like what we're searching now. They usually tend to play out. I would say with a lot of certainty they play out, and that's kind of what I do for my portfolio in the long term. Is I look for monthly bottoms if I'm looking for a quick, 2 to 6 weeks or less turnaround. I do weekly bottoms, but usually when something's on a monthly or quarterly bottom, usually takes about 5-6 months to play out. Like we had Zscaler, we had quite a few stocks that we bought off of the monthly bottoms, and they tend to do okay. And usually, when people are terrified of, I would say, buying, that's when it becomes the best opportunity as well. So, hence why we do this. Okay. So, the first thing I'll look at here is the sector, just to see kind of what's beat down, right? So, this is the monthly bottoms. And it seems like there's some, like real estate stocks that are beat down, and just knowing where we are as an economy, I'm not really interested right now in real estate yet. The only stock from real estate that I would be interested is O, just letter O. And they're actually at the weekly bottom now. My desired price for that was around 55, and they haven't gotten there yet. So if you guys want, I'll add that one to the list. Here.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Yeah, I know you do. I know you had it.
Yeah, I actually did get rid of it. I'm glad that I did because it did go down.
Told you it was gonna slip a little bit, because I think you had it at that time when we were talking about. I think it was at 70, 68-ish.
Yeah, I had it at like 65, and it was about to. I could see the profits going negative, so I just got rid of it.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, they dropped it here. I really wanted a 55. I did this. I think it was October low, and that would be the monthly bottom. So 55.15. So I'm taking notes here on Excel, and I'll share the Excel afterwards. Utilities. Duke Energy is not bad. So I'll show you guys what I look at. When I pick a stock here. So let's say I pick Duke here. So I just basically look at the Duke and look at this. For newer people, there's your monthly bottom, and look here, it's not breaking this monthly bottom, it's coming here. I mean, these are not a lot of moves on the utilities, so you're going to be buying mainly for dividends. But here, I mean, 87 bounce to 89, you could even buy long-term sweeps, leaps on options and play it as well. But let's see. So Duke, if you guys are interested, we'll put that one down.
Shorty, I got disconnected for a second. You said 55 on the O, right?
Yeah, I'm writing it down so you guys will have it here. I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm putting it here, and I'm putting the price right now so you guys can see it. I just don't have enough real estate on the screen to, unless I go 49, but you guys are going to be blind. Let's see. Okay. So I think that's it, man. I hate this sticker. I would not buy it just because it confuses me every day.
I've clicked on that chart by accident many times.
Oh yeah. PayPal's at an interesting spot, so let's take a look at it. Yeah, PayPal has long ways to go before we kind of get interested in it. Well, they were here just moments ago to the monthly bottom. Yeah, so it seems like a test of 61.58 might not be a bad idea on PayPal here. Just taking notes. And if you guys see any tickers that you want, just scream. I'm staying shy from banks. Hold on, a rogue still can't see it. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had the issue I couldn't see when I was logged in on two devices. He might be logged in on two devices.
What do you think about SCW Schwab Corp? I don't know
Hold
that.
on.
I think
Which one?
that one, yeah.
You're breaking up, Sunflower.
Yeah.
Sorry, that one that you were on, Schwab.
Oh, Schwab. Yeah, let's take a look at it. So when you have something like this where it's, pretty much consolidating, right? First you want to buy it, and this was a spring here. This is a typical trick what they play, right? On when they want to push this higher. So they come here, right? And you see them, they went below the range, they dipped to call the spring. Now you can expect, a little pop here to the top, and then this is where we want to go along, which would be the monthly bottom right here. About 54.4 would be the ideal, but you gotta let it break. You gotta let it go higher, and this supply should take care of that. There's a POC somewhere here, so let it reject, and then monthly bottom should help here.
All right, thank you.
Do you mind taking a look at Square?
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, let me just put this down.
Yeah.
SHW. I don't know if you guys can hear my kiddo crying. He's been cranky 4 days now.
Yes, we hear the poor baby.
He's just been, I think he's teething, and he's been miserable. Square. So it's most likely gonna reject here. If it doesn't, it's gonna do 68. And you see, they didn't really like this weekly middle here. I would say when they act like this, when you have a daily inside the weekly, that's usually a bounce or a rejection if it occurs on the top. But the daily is squeezing out. So if there's two chances, if this goes here, and then basically, you could catch something called a backdoor here on this level, which would be 64.05, but you need it to go about 68ish or so, and then you catch it here for long. If not, you want to catch that somewhere on the weekly bottom 56, and then, long term, if this stock was to ever revisit this, you see the monthly bottom here, how well it has worked before. It hit 51 and they pushed it all the way to about 90. So I don't think they're gonna hit the monthly bottom. I think your best bet is to play the daily one. In this case, would be to play 64.05. I might buy some here, which should be the daily backdoor.
Yeah, there's a weekly VPOC around 55 range, I think, and that's kind of where I was hoping to get some shares.
Yeah, I like 64, 65 for an entry. But what I like to do or see is I like for it to go higher, explore the price, get the supply, test it, and then come back and then kind of be a buyer. And then you see here, if this was to break, let's say you get it at 64 and it loses this 67 level, 62.7. I mean, then you can almost put a stop loss here below if you're in shares. If you don't want to have this drawdown of about $6, you can ignore that and limit it at $2. But if you can catch this at the 57, that would be great. I'll probably add a 64 and 57 if it does give me that opportunity there. Is Discord lagging for some reason? I just wrote something back and it's not sending the messages.
Yeah, Discord is acting very strange with lag. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it is lagging.
Yeah, something is just off, at least for me. Sorry. Okay. Let me look at Pfizer real quick. Pfizer pays good dividends. Oh man, it hit 36. Time for new COVID. Oh, this is a great buy on Pfizer, guys. Yeah, this is going in my portfolio Monday. I mean, if you look at the entry here that we're getting right now, look at this, guys. We're not going to get this entry for a long time. This is a great accumulation here and a bounce, and I think we're going to bounce here with some force. So expect COVID news to come through. I mean, you could almost, yeah, this is a good dividend stock. I mean, look at this. Yeah. Okay. Do you guys want any of these, like JDs? Anyone interested in Chinese?
Sorry, which one did you say?
JD, the Chinese stocks. Oh, look at this.
Oh no.
This is a good setup here, guys. This is a really good setup here. And we got hammer print on the week. Yeah, this is ready to rocket. About $60. man. Here's target here. Does anyone remember what they what did they sell them for? For what reason did they sell this? Was it the earnings or was it the pride thing?
Yeah, it was that pride situation.
Yeah, I know it sounds crazy, but I'm not willing to buy here. No, I'll put target on there, but with target of quarterly. Did anyone get this from last one? Did anyone scoop 3M?
No.
Yeah, I'm in it.
Is it too late for 3M, or how far is that thing gonna
I
go?
don't think so. That's what I just put down. I would look for any retests on this 97. I would say if this is the range, just look for buying middle or the bottom of this range here. But this has opportunity to go really to like, because you see once we clean 120, there's really nothing there stopping them. So, and it's a good company, right? So they pay good dividends as well. And this is the weekly candle here. I'm pretty sure they're gonna rock it soon. So I already have this one in my portfolio. I've added a little bit dips here when we dip below here, but for people that are not in, it's probably a good one to research into.
Did you say the retest of 97?
I put 97 to 101. That's probably what you're gonna get.
All right.
There is news about NEM. I just didn't read well enough what that was. I think they got acquired. Yeah, this is not a bad level as well. Yeah, I'll buy a few of these.
He stopped crying. Frozen fruit bars are good. You know, like those fruit pops, frozen.
Nah, he hasn't been eating. He hasn't been really cranky, just crying nonstop. It's been fun. Okay, and they also pay dividends. This is actually not a bad setup, guys, here. Yeah, the monthly bottoms here, yeah, doesn't look like we want to break this, so. Keep forgetting the levels. 29, 60. Yeah, I like to buy this one here on probably Monday, Tuesday. Okay, so this is so far what we got. These two are for me. I'll probably do the must buys on these. So I'll probably add these to my portfolio on Monday or Tuesday. Okay, let me just check. There's the O. Disney is coming up on a weekly bottom.
Remember, it was Pfizer.
Say it again.
Remember Pfizer?
Yeah, Pfizer, I have one with it. A lot of financials on the weekly bottom. It seems like they're the next to be propped up. See, like CVS, I'm not interested in this one now because this one has a higher potential to go down a lot more. I mean, it has a 51 would be desired price for CVS. Oh, you guys see any? Just scream them out. Or if you have any. Wow, Dollar Tree's there. Oh, I have good news and bad news for Dollar Tree. Yeah, Dollar Tree's going down. Wow, look at this dump. What happened? Earnings? Wow, they got destroyed. They're gonna go down more. You guys see what happens if this loses 205?
Not my support.
There's a high chance to lose that 173. They have good dividends too. Wow, Papa John's is here. Haven't charted this in a minute. Oh, this is a good setup here. I like this one, guys, a lot. This is a good price for it. I mean, this will be 50% discount here. Man, somebody got a hell of a deal here.
Could you look at Eli Lilly?
Yep. How's that? ALLY?
LLY?
LL.
LLY.
Whoa, yeah, I will not touch this. What the hell is this? Wow. I'm sorry, but what is this?
Pharmaceuticals.
Man, they've been cranking it since, wow, since the monthly bottom. Yeah, I mean,
That's
since the
why I
monthly,
said, because you like Pfizer, so.
yeah, Pfizer is at a great spot. That's my top buy Monday, guys. 308, man. Yeah, this is about to go crazy on the stock charts. This is entering, I think, like probably all-time highs. That way it's looking, yeah. Yeah, I mean, this, yeah, this has a potential, man. What the hell is it? What did they resolve? Like cancer? That's a good return. Yeah, unfortunately, I wouldn't buy any shares here, but yeah, I wouldn't be interested in this because I don't like pharmaceuticals too much. I don't have them in my portfolio. Doesn't mean you do. You don't have to, but if you know, if I was to looking to buy, it would be around 330 or 308, 300s. This is just way overextended. Because
We may
most
be able to
likely,
play it down when it goes
you might
down.
be able, if it loses 406, you can catch for $40. So I can add that for a short list. Yeah, let's see. I'll keep an eye on it and see. And I don't know how liquid this is.
Looks like they deal with insulin and weight loss and stuff.
Yeah, we'll need a lot of that soon. UPS. Has it been beat down or? It has, yeah, just not enough. See, where's the monthly? Yeah, did you guys remember what I said earlier? When you have the daily and weekly together, especially if the daily is inside the weekly, look what happens. It's really hard to break this. So maybe if we can catch UPS at 150, that'd be great. X still not doing what we needed to do. X has been on our list. I don't even know how many sessions. Hmm. Yeah, this is a good buy here. I'll probably add this Monday as well. Wow. Look at that return, guys. That's crazy. 15 to 140. That is insane.
Shorty, can you look at SPYD?
Say what?
You finish from SPYD.
You keep breaking up for me, sorry.
Sorry, can you hear me better?
A little bit.
Okay, can you check SPYD?
This?
D like dog. Yeah.
Yep, there's the daily, there's the monthly bottom. What is this?
That's like a spy. I think.
Okay. Spy inverse or what is it? I've never seen this. Spider?
It's an ETF. I don't
Oh.
know. I have like a couple shares actually.
But it's not an inverse, is it?
I don't think so. It just pays a dividend. That's why I have it.
I mean, if you got it somewhere around this level here, the monthly bottom was at 34.93. Your target's about 40. I would say you have 38 and 40 here. It's gonna have a little bit of hiccups here in the daily.
All right.
All right. So I think that's it for the bottoms, guys, for the stock. So this is what I have so far. I'm gonna be looking for Pfizer here. I'm gonna be looking for this one. I'm gonna be looking for Papa John's and then AWI. These are the 4 that I'll be adding for sure to portfolio probably on Monday or Tuesday. The rest I'll be watching and kind of seeing in the order. I'm not sold yet on PayPal here. Oh, I really want a little bit lower target. I'm not gonna be interested till it hits 87-ish. I already got. Dollar Tree would be good because it's really recession proof. So if we do enter a pretty good recession, people tend to go to Dollar Tree and spend there instead of, going to different stores. So I'll be looking at that. This is the short opportunity here, losing the 205. Um, same as with LLY. UPS, this would be a decent buy for me at 150. Waiting for this guy here at 15 or below. And then Tesla Q, I don't know if I'm ready to short it because it seems like they're trying to spike Tesla up now that a few others are at all-time highs. They could use this to push, so let's see.
Shorty, where do you have that list at again?
I'll post it when I'm done, man.
Okay, thanks.
It'll be on a Google Sheet. Okay. Let's run to see what is at the top, and there's a bunch of crap at the top. Let's see, we're gonna change this. Everything's at the top, okay. Pick your poison, so Meta at the top. Oh, I'm not gonna be the pessimist, but do you guys want me to tell you how the story ends?
Just imagine.
$205. You guys want this on your list?
With these monthlies, would you play like contracts for like a week out, a month out? How does that
Well,
work?
I'm looking for shares. I'm looking here to buy shares, but if you're gonna short this, it needs to break this 269. Once it does, high chances you're first gonna hit 240, right? And you should probably take some money off there. Long-term hold is at 205. Like that's where it's gonna go.
Okay.
Sorry guys, I had to go on mute. My cough got so bad for a second. Yeah, but if you're gonna short this, you buy this, typically what I would do, this is June. I'll probably look for December puts on this. So if you think about it, this is your monthly. Monthly was right here when they regained it, January. So it took them 6 months to get there. And they have a bunch of gaps like here, like here. So all of these have poor liquidity. So, and a lot of people say, steps up, elevator down, because there's no buyers here. So when we start going down, they're just gonna flush through these levels. The same way they went there, they're just gonna flush it to the next level. If you're a buyer, why would you want to buy here when you know the orders are gonna get filled here? So for
Yeah.
me, I'm not interested necessarily in buying this. I'll just keep an eye on it and maybe buy some leaps here at 200, 205. But this is pretty much done here, in my opinion. It's gonna start reversing. I don't see it going to 300, so. Okay. Let's see. Microsoft.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you about Microsoft.
Microsoft is at the monthly. So here's your monthly bottom here. They reclaimed it. They came back for a retest and then they ran $130. Yeah, Microsoft is pretty much at the monthly. So long leap puts here. I think is not a bad idea. It's just that you're shorting a really strong name, right? Usually you want to pick the weakest of the litter to short, but this has potential, right, to come back down at least to 313. Let's see.
Sure. Can you check Google?
I'm sorry, I don't know what if it's Discord, but is everybody else here breaking up or just me?
No, it's not just you.
Wow. You guys see what happened last time? This is setting up for a really good short, for a swing short.
I think somebody was asking for Google.
Okay, we'll look at it. Google. Here's Google from the monthly bottom. And I was driving probably all the way to 140. He wants to do that. Let's see. Yeah, most likely he's gonna go there. So it really needs to reclaim this level here. Go above it, retest on a daily, and then there'll be the gap here. If they fail, like let's say they fail to if they lose 116, this is gonna flush all the way down to probably 105 and below. But I've been accumulating Google here on the bottom, so if it comes back to 105 or so, Google is probably not a bad opportunity to add. I'm not gonna add there, but yeah. And my average is a little bit over $88 on it, so. This will also be a bounce here, like this 119. This will be a good bounce. But this candle on the daily is just not a lot of confirmation at the moment. I still think it has to go 105. So long puts are decent on it right now to 105-ish. Okay, anything else from anyone? Netflix. Yeah, I'm not touching Netflix. Shares wise, if it goes to 452, I mean, this would be a great short.
I know I asked before, but Did you look at Baba again?
Yeah. And then if it loses this yellow, 376. Yeah, it needs to lose 380 for quicker puts. I'm taking notes on all of these so you guys can have it. Netflix, what was the other one?
Baba and Nvidia?
Gonna be out of everything here. Yeah, I mean, that is in no man's land. It's creating an island top. Losing 366 is gonna be bloody. Go to 300 in this, probably in a few days. Baba. And then the same scenario happened on the Baba here. You guys remember, just again, daily inside the weekly, look at the bounce. But I think you have an opportunity to catch this again at the monthly bottom. So I wouldn't be interested in buying it here.
Can you look at VF?
One second, let me finish this one. Which one?
VF?
Like V as in Victor?
Yeah, Victor, yeah.
Yeah, I don't see that one.
Oh, sorry.
Maybe VFC?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Yeah, this is not a bad add on it, I would say. This is pretty good, but you know, we really need to reclaim 20 on this. I have some shares on this because they pay dividends. Reclaiming 20 is really good for the stock. Then it can probably go for target this top 27. This is a good dividend stock.
Thank you.
Okay. I think Bean wanted some. Let me check. Dollar General. I think it's DG. Whoa. Oh man, it just opened the floodgates. But this is a good find. I should have thought about it, man. I think this is pretty good being at 135, 136 for me. I'll be interested in buying that here. Look at that accumulation for so long. Holy moly. 7 months they accumulated, and look at this dump. Yep. Walgreen boots. Do you have the ticker for it? Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't even know what Walgreen Boots ticker is. Man, why did they get destroyed? Arch, do you know what in the world happened? I mean, this is a pretty good drop. If I look at this, just going monthly here, you know, if I was to draw a volume profile on this, there they might have hit that one here. This is not a bad level for adding this, and they pay dividends. I mean, this pretty good ad at 45. Yeah, this one goes on must buy for me. Yeah, I'm just thinking a lot of people are gonna start switching to chicken, right? If I was to guess, from expensive steaks to this, you go to chicken because it's cheaper. We'll have to read like Costco or somebody's report and see what the shift is in meat. But yeah, I like to buy this starter pack on this 45, 46. They did come very close, so it might not be a bad opportunity just to snatch some, even honestly on Monday or Tuesday here. We are executing a backdoor here on the weekly, so the only way on the breakout is to reclaim 53.6. Let's see. I like this one. Almost wrote the wrong thing. TSN. I wrote TSM. Yeah, I like this one. I really like this one here. I'll be adding this. So he said that they sold off because they had reduced sales in beef and pork. Yeah, I can see that happening. People are going to start shifting, and the margins on pork are better than chicken, so that's fine. I'm trying to keep up with you guys on chat. KMX. Do you guys remember what we had for KMX in the last watch list? You guys recall that? Does anyone remember?
Yeah, I think it was right at that bounce.
Yeah, it was right here. We said that this was going to be the easiest short we've seen in a while. And yeah, it played out perfectly. Yeah, I would not touch this with anyone's money here. Be looking to short this about 77 to 80. That's the KMX. Yeah, CarMax. I definitely remember. Yeah, somebody's trying to create exit here. And whoever asked, if you have time, just go check their supply and inventory levels. See how they have shifted quarter over quarter, year over year. And it should tell you a little bit more, but you know, if they break this 81, they might be targeting this supply here, right? This right here, they might be targeting that. And this would be the POC would be somewhere around here, but you see, you know, for a typical trader on retail, You know, they're giving this right here. Right, they gave you guys head and shoulders, right? So somewhere around here, if I doubt that they're gonna break the weekly top, but if they do, this is a great short. You need about 4 months on this. I like to buy more months, more time when I'm swinging, but that's just the way I play. Doesn't mean necessarily you do, but you see here from the weekly, monthly bottom, March 13th to get to the weekly, it's taking them 3 months. So if you're targeting shorting here, it's gonna take them 2-3 months to catch the bottom as well. So I usually add a month and a half to my positions. UNG still have shares on this. Yeah, UNG's. I mean, yeah. This is, to me, this is a no-brainer. I mean, this is a great price. I'll probably add more to average down. Yeah, I mean, 455 would be. I mean, this is a gift for me. I like to buy this stuff. UNG is not going to go anywhere. Natural gas fund. Yeah, this is bouncing from a quarterly bottom. I don't know. Do they make shoes or? I like this one. I don't know what they do, but yeah, this is powerful here. Probably add a few shares, not a lot, and see what they do. Yeah, it's a really nice supply here. Demand, sorry, here. TMF. Yeah, this is the inverse. Yeah, this is in the monthly bottom cloud. And the quarterly bottom, yeah. This is a no-brainer. I already have this in my portfolio, so but my average is a little bit higher here. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, I think I hit all the chat. Moderna. What is it? mRNA. Yeah, yeah. There's something brewing here, news-wise. I wouldn't touch it till it breaks 140. Then you can catch 150 real quick. Right now, it's just very congested. Yeah, high chance it's gonna reject here, go back to 125. If it breaks 132, then you can catch 137 pretty much in a candle. But breaking 140 really opens up the space for it to 170. So MTB. Yeah, on MTB, I mean, a major breakout happens at 155. 1 second, guys, please. Sorry, I was getting congested, couldn't breathe. I don't think we're gonna miss 128. If we do, then there's a high chance they go for a 133-ish here, but this should not be broken here. It seems like it's consolidating here and it's anticipating more bad news. If I was you, I would just take a look at the volume on candles like this one on these three here. I would take a look at the volume on some of these candles like this, because something doesn't add up here. Every time they came here, there was aggressive sell-offs. I mean, boom, came aggressive, and here, no aggressive sell-offs now, but let's see if they're trapping longs here. They got to break 133 to change the behavior of it. And some kind of bank, so there's a lot of risk with the banks at the moment. And I just don't think it finished going down yet. I think you can catch this. Let's see. So there's a lot of support in this where it's monthly bottom. It's inside a cloud. It can catch some legs if it breaks this 128. So 133, break that 149. I personally would just for shares, I would buy this bank without looking more on their balance sheets and stuff, but it seems like it has potential to go down more. Yeah, like this demand has not been tested here. They're just reaccumulating here for a dump more, in my opinion. Probably 85, 90s. Nike at 70.48. I'll actually add Nike to my own list as well. That's a good find. Just gonna check Nike here. Where's the monthly bottom? Monthly's in 96, so you're gonna get a strong bounce here. This is a fake candle here. You're gonna get a strong bounce here, 96.63. Okay, so I'm looking. I'll add probably at the quarterly bottom You can add some here, but that's a big drawdown for me, so I'm not interested in adding till it hits the 70.48. It'll be there.
Nike has a lot stronger quarter three results, is what I've noticed, and I've also worked for the company, so that's their strongest quarter.
Q3, you said?
Yeah, Q3.
I think they spiked on Q3. Yeah, was this June? This was prior quarter. They did pump here as well. When are they reporting? So I guess next reporting sometimes around here. I honestly think they're gonna come here to the bottom, so I'll be interested in 70 or so for them. Let me see what else you guys had. Man, the cough's brutal. Whoa. What in the world? What did they do? Holy moly. 50% of market cap, just 40% just gone. So it just went through the quarterly bottom, guys. Does anyone know? Was it the ER or it had to be ER? Wow. I mean, this is below COVID lows. This one's not a bad find. Whoever found this one's pretty good. I mean, let's check some. Well, carry. I will have to check to see why. The giant candle here, but this might not be a bad ad. That's a big candle here. Had to be earnings related. Oh wow. This might come down to 25, man. Well, does anyone know advanced? This is auto parts, AutoZone. Is it ATZ?
ZO. I was looking at that just now too. Crazy the difference.
Holy shit.
Yeah. They're direct competitors.
Yeah, I mean, but what in the world? They must not have a lot of shares outstanding because that's pretty wild EPS here. I mean, this is pretty insane.
You know, these should take off if people stop buying cars and stuff and have to repair their cars.
Exactly, that's what I'm thinking. I like AAP right here. I might just buy some AAP here. Because like you said, when the recession comes, people don't buy cars, people fix. Whoever found this one, you deserve a medal.
Yeah, that's. And
What I just can't get over this dump here. And how's volume on this? Oh my god. Well, you can't ignore it. Man, that is a nasty candle. On the monthly though, that's This one just got me interested for a little bit more. Man, everything's pointing lower.
They reduced quarterly dividend
How much?
to 25 cents a share, down from prior 150. Here, I'll send you on Yahoo Finance.
And that's a significant drop.
Yeah, they did some things with guidance, I guess.
Wouldn't you like want to slap the people that wrote this? Oh,
Yeah, that's why I sent that. So that
I don't know, but I just like you nailed it, right? I like buying stuff, the stocks that do well in recession periods. I might just nimble on this Monday. At least reclaim 71.7 and I'll buy it.
just an FYI, I do all my repairs, but I do buy AutoZone parts.
Yeah, no, I like AutoZone a lot better. It just seems, I don't know if you have Kroger or Publix. It's like a Kroger and a Publix. Kroger being the AAP and AutoZone being Publix, just cleaner inside somehow. It's not as congested.
That's kind of like Fry's and Winco, I guess, for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I just, yeah, I'm not a big fan of auto parts. I bought windshield wipers the other day there. I didn't know windshield wipers are $120. This one got me intrigued a little bit. Let's see what else you guys had. Oh, that, yeah. I think airlines are soon due for a rip. Yeah, AL looks a little shaky here. Check the monthlies. Yeah, it's gonna go to $10. Man, look at this candle here. That's an interesting candle. Stuck at the weekly mid. So it's gotta break 15 and then it runs to $1.80. This would be a great short. 16.7. Break of 17, let's at least 20. Man, we had this on the watch list if you guys recall. For 14. Damn it. I think airlines are due for a run. And I think last week they announced the Memorial was the first Memorial this year that we beat pre-COVID numbers and number of check-ins and flights from TSA, so that's actually a good sign. And I don't know if you guys have been flying lately, but the prices are a lot higher than they used to be on like Delta and any other flights that I usually do. Let's see what else. Okay, let's see. Any other? So this is what we got so far for stocks, and for people on YouTube, I'll post this on Twitter. So, or if you guys don't follow, I'll do something, find a way. But I'll clean this up a little bit. You know, I added a column type so you guys know what I'm looking for. But you know, some of these yellow ones become kind of like, for me, they become must buys, meaning I'll probably look to add this week to portfolio, right? And you just manage it within yourself, right? If you find a great level based on your strategy, this is what I'm buying. That this is not an advice or something for you guys to buy. This is just what I'm gonna go for based on my strategy and what I use and what I've been using for, I guess, a long time on buying shares. You can find some really, really good stocks that, and for people on YouTube, right, and not on YouTube, they try to scare you from stocks because they don't want competition with you guys. Like they don't want to compete for liquidity on the bottoms. They want to scare you away, so you step away, you look, so that way they can kind of fill up the warehouse. And I don't know, this was a good example when we bought it here at about 70 something, 72-ish. I bought quite a bit of the McCormick. And when you think about, you know, when you look at these companies that you're buying strong names, uh, beat down, right? Especially if the company is growing and they're expanding their market share, especially in an inflation period, that's usually a good sign. Like Nike is not a bad sign, right? I mean, Coke, Pepsi, right? Those are companies that, you know, for a long-term hold, if they get beat down, like if Coke comes down to 53, a no-brainer for me, right? Start nibbling at a position, right? If they start going down a little bit more, like let's say quarterly here, and you see where they bounced right here on the quarterly. So they bounced right off the quarterly, and they completed the cycle back up to 64, and they rejected it perfectly here, right? Maybe I missed by, I don't know, 20 cents. But high chance now that if it loses this 57, we're going to test 54. Losing 54 literally opens the doors for 12 points drop. And for me, you know, this Coke would be a great opportunity to buy. They've increased prices of their products. They got the market share up all through the inflationary periods, and that's a really good sight to see. And I think this is ready to come down as well. You know, I think this is almost ready for a retest here, and then a little flush lower. So, for instance, this one I'll be looking somewhere between 43 and 45. And you just wait. If you want to grow your portfolio, you have to sit and wait, and don't be impatient and emotional when the stocks, especially when the starts going higher. I know people say follow the price, but it's all about the value of something that you're buying. It's not really the price. Just because something is expensive, and you know, there's a saying: if you don't know what's good, you know what's expensive. Just because it's expensive doesn't mean it's good. So that's the, you know, the motto that I go with. I look at value much more than the price of a commodity or a stock, whatever. And the same thing for buying everything in my life, right? From cars to shoes and everything. If I don't find value in it, I don't buy it. So think more value than price, and I think your portfolio can take a turn. Okay. Any other stocks you guys want to review?
What about NVDS? Is that
Well, that's the
pretty strong
inverse, right?
buy?
I mean,
Yeah. I was
the
looking at
problem that
maybe
you
gold.
run with these crazy stocks is that you have lunatics that believe that this Nvidia can go to 650, right? And this is being a leveraged, right? You're losing 25 basis points on every move.
Yeah.
So I have some of this, and I'm down over 60% on it. So I think this is a good opportunity to add, but it's a really, it's a high risk now, considering that they can really fly this thing. People are just stuck on AI, like it's gonna.
Yeah. Merrill Lynch is telling people like 450 on Nvidia. So
Well, think about it. They're the one raising the price targets for a reason.
Yeah.
Hey, can you please bring it to 450 for us so we can sell it? And then all of a sudden, Merrill Lynch downgrades for no reason. So, and I mean, there's some buying activity here. If you look at it, 4 hours, I'm looking at this hammer. They've been buying it here at the bottom.
This started with a couple shares.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I probably should average down a little bit on this. My average is about close to 20, so I'm down a lot more than I should be. But I didn't put a lot. It was a starter pack because on the video we had the 280 and the 300.
Yeah.
I meant to add a 300, but I mean this thing gaps $100 overnight.
That was the original short squeeze right there. Is the 300.
Yep. So I didn't add any, but I wouldn't. I don't know who's buying here, but good luck to you. Don't be the last one holding a candle on the video. So obviously ran from. I mean, I don't get it. Where were these
Either.
people screaming? Why were they not screaming? the
It,
video at 100.
it makes no sense to me. I mean, I guess they're leading AI chips, but they still get from Taiwan. You still got Google, Meta, everyone to follow. So
Yeah, I think AI will be shut down just like Bitcoin and Metaverse. And then eventually, I mean, the price to earnings is like 40x right now. I'm not willing to pay 40x for a company, but whoever does, just go ahead. Here's your chance. Okay, I'll do G and yeah, I'm not interested in G. Not here. Why are they running? What in the world? Yeah, there's the monthly bottom, and hopefully you guys can see that there's anytime you hit the monthly bottoms, you tend to go towards the monthly top. You come to the middle, you have a little bit of rejection, and then you will hit the monthly top. And I mean, this one is just running. Yeah, so this one has a nice breakout incoming here. Just for me personally, I would not be interested in it. Yeah, it has room to grow. So even for shorting, I wouldn't be shorting until I see this come up here. So it has long ways to go on this. If you were to grab volume profile on this, yeah, so it has a liquidity pocket here, right where it's at right now. And then once it breaks that, it really has nothing to stop it all the way to 180. I mean, small pockets of liquidities here, but seems like they accumulate. Once this was broken here, they switched the sentiment on it. It was easy run, but next stop's probably 120 if they can clear 113. I wouldn't be, if they fail here, the typical weakness move, if they go here and do this, this is then, you could target something in the bottom of this range, bottom of the value here at 47-ish. But we need it to go above and fail for shorting. For long, it would be come here and then you're looking for a long POC wherever that is accumulated and created to go higher. Okay. ES, I mean, well, it seems like it's moving like a penny stock lately. Thought I'd change my settings a little bit. Okay. So on this, I mean, there's a lot of on SPY. If you guys take a look at SPY, I posted something here. This is what SPY VPOCs look like. Last time this happened, I think it was where was the run? I think it was maybe this one here, the June, and I posted similar every single one of these fairly quickly. I mean, you're looking at, they came from top to bottom here in 45 days. Well, yeah, 45 days top to bottom. So right now, I mean, you're leaving a lot of epochs, and last time you did not leave that many epochs. Epochs are just virgin POCs. They're the magnets for the price, right? And what I mentioned before, and then in the class, and we'll be having a class on volume profile here again shortly. I've added a handful of slides and some videos to it. When the price is going up, what do you expect the mean to do? The POC, if the price is shifting up, what would you expect it to do?
Follow suit and shift up.
It needs to follow the suit. It needs to start building
The
here.
retest.
It needs to start building, but they're not building that here. They stayed behind. All of the volume stayed behind. They're just looking to sell and offload this sooner than later, right? I'm not trying to call the tops or bottoms, but this is getting really toppy here right now, like where we are. Because if you look at this on the bigger picture, here's your, previous point of rejection. So let me watch this now. Kind of food for thought here. So if you guys look at this, let me go on weekly. Who's to say that this is just not a range that we're in? Previous markets have been in the range for a couple of years. When you go from bull to bear, you can be in a range for a while. So even if you look here, I mean, this seems like, this is nothing short of a major accumulation. So April. So if you look here, this is your 95. So now if you lose this 423, it really picks up steam. And here's your 3 sigma here on SPY. And where do you guys think we rejected?
Right at the third sig.
Right on. So I honestly think this is the top right here, but and I'm in some puts, long-term puts on SPY as well. But this would be very difficult to break, in my opinion. And if you look at the volume here, it hasn't really shifted much on this side. POC is backed for whatever 411-ish on the cumulative scale. But when you grab the run up here, let's say I give them the benefit of a doubt here. Here's this as well. So the POC is higher a little bit. On this run up, it's not higher than this basically cumulative of the sell off. And if you guys look here, you make sure it's not extending right. So here's this, a lot of sell off came there. And you guys can see like the whole thing, the POC right here, the accumulation is at this level. Sell off is here. And then let's grab this guy to here. So the shift happened on the buying between here and here, but this last portion here, zero shift in POC. So now let's see if I draw this, look at this. Shouldn't you expect to see this POC shift? And it didn't, right? So that's where I think they're gonna be. I think it's approaching the range top as well as the 2-3 sigma zone for shorting. So It looks like they want to run it. The news tell you they want to run it. The bandits on CNBC and all the news are telling you go higher, but I think this is fairly it for it. So, and then if you look at ES on the profiles, go on the weekly, just so here's your weekly profiles. I mean, does this look? Who can summarize these couple of profiles? Anyone? Dirty, what are you doing? You can take a stab.
Hey, what am I doing?
I said you can take a stab. What do you see?
Oh, sorry. I'm actually doing something. I've been listening. What am I looking at?
Weekly volume profiles.
Oh, we left a VPOC down there. Wow. No volume up top.
So if we had this massive run up here, where would you expect the POC to be on this one?
We gotta have it at least closer, I mean, to the middle, at least not the top. I mean, there's just so much volume at the bottom.
Well, POC need is to shift here. If you're having a P-shaped volume profile, right? If you're gonna have this is what you're telling me. You should tell us that you found no value here and you pop the price higher and you accumulate here and creating a new value, right? To move. When you're doing something like this, where you're dropping from a congested and a squeezed value area, and I would say almost lowercase b shape, this is not sustainable. This has to be repaired here. This has to be fixed, all of it. This whole area has to be fixed probably soon. I would say this week.
How do you determine when on the profile, like if it is a short squeeze, or if like do you ever have a chance where something correlates with that happening?
I mean, this was a short squeeze here. This was a short squeeze right here. It was a P shape coming right out of, major consolidation, right? Usually what you want to see is if you're going to be building nice view and nice support, you want to see a couple of these shapes start building higher, right? Higher value areas and go higher. Right here, you don't see any of that. You see, for instance, you had this one, this one, this one, then they started overlap, lower, same, right? And then the value areas dropped even to this comparison here. Increased overlap to the downside, right? So they're not really finding value higher. And when they're not, they seem to short squeeze right out of the B shapes. Look at this. Boop. They pumped here, and then they pumped here, but they never took out this high. So that 4227, I don't know if you guys remember that level from the trading live. I mentioned this level was a fairly important level for the upside, right? And they, of course, popped over it, and I guess they almost tapped 4,300 here. So now the idea is that they have to come back to here. They have to see if they were serious or not. If not, if they lose this, then they have 4193, and then of course there's some spots to revisit on the bottom. But right now, the weekly, we're out of balance, completely out of balance, right? And then if you look at the monthlies,
Same thing with that.
I mean, look at the monthlies. I mean, this is just pretty insane, right? I mean, lowercase b, POC shifted down. Take a look at this one. The value overlapped this value. POC shifted down. We dipped below. We came multiple times and accepted this value here. We went above, we rejected the value. We came back to the POC, but there's no buying on the monthly above. They're not buying this. They're just keeping the mean in POC. Here's your 2 months, just grab your 2 months right here. Your 2-month POC is at 4139. It's a level you guys should be familiar with.
Yeah.
Hasn't moved.
It's not moving. So this is, you know, people from Twitter buying a retail that's providing liquidity at the moment. And they're just, as they go up, they sell it to them. They go up, sell. They go up, sell, empty the warehouse. But I might be wrong, but at least that's what the chart's telling me, right? So I'm not interested in long opportunities here.
It's almost like if you and I were just exchanging shares back and forth and just driving it up, just me and you.
Yep, so here's our 3-month, let me see, profile. Yep. Look at the value area here of this 3-month.
Just nothing on top.
I mean, that's, look at the VA. 3-month VA was 60 points. And compared to other VAs, look at this. I guess this is 43.25 level is gonna be deadly for it. Be a level I watch a little bit here. It's a level they didn't like below 43.23.5. So this would be December 21. What is this, Q4? That's where the sell-off really started. But this VA here is just suspect, right? I mean, a tight, narrow VA, no buyers and sellers spreading their, you know, the price acceptance. You pop, right? Well, let's see. Is this Q2? Yes, Q2, right? Oh, 2022 is right here, 4303. And when you're shifting value areas, right? Like this, when you're breaking value areas, what do you expect to see on the major levels?
A lot of volume.
You need volume. You need a spike in the volume to break these tops on major levels like this one here. And I'm not saying Arch that it won't happen. It's just that NQ is being carried. It's much easier to pump NQ when you're carrying only 8 stocks. Moving that S&P 500 would need a little bit more and a lot more volume and buying partake. And I think they're just creating FOMO to catch more people excited about it. But that's just my opinion, right?
Is that why it's creeping up slowly the way it is?
Well, S&P is not leading right now.
Yeah.
SPX is leading, so
Yeah.
it's been running, I mean, heavy here. So, and this is, looks like this POC here, VPOC is gone. So the only one that's left is 16.3 here, and then they have a value here. And then I know that they have a monthly or quarterly somewhere around here, 498. So, and they're in a golden pocket right now for shorting, so. And look at this volume here on this candle here. A lot of volume, not a big body, huh? I don't think many are buying right here, but
You
maybe
talk
I'm
about
wrong.
anomaly.
Yep, it's a really good one. Losing this level starts the downtrend, trust me, right here. I mean, this profile here is just horrendous. Needs a lot of fixing. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I'll post the Excel. I'll clean it up, and I'll post my plan for ES and NQ, and we'll go from there. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Awesome.
Okay, thanks so much,
Thank
Jordan.
you, Shorty.
Thank you, Shorty.
Thanks,
Have a
Shorty.
Thanks, Shorty.
Feel
Bye,
better.
Shorty.
Bye, guys.
Thanks,
ya.
Shorty. Bye. Bye, guys.
See ya.